Forget this old plastic stuff. This is a game changer. This year, I am lowering my grocery bills and getting my kids to eat more vegetables with help from Vego Garden and their seed germination bundle. Another special delivery from Vego Garden. I'm really excited because it is spring, and that means it's planting season. I love gardening, but I am not so good at seed starting. I'm spoiled with my California climate, so weather is not an issue, but I know that can be an issue for a lot of people wanting to get a start on their seeds early when the frost is still around. While that's not an issue for me, we do have a lot of pests, and sometimes we still have weather issues that can really affect seed starting. I have noticed lately that all the seeds I plant in my garden beds get completely decimated by pests. Usually slugs, we have a lot of aphids, a lot of things that really make it hard for seeds to get going and for my seedlings to get strong before they get a chance to grow. That is why I am very excited about this new package that I've received from Vego Garden, because I have tried so many seed starting kits and they haven't really worked, but check this out. These are the Vego Garden seed starting kits. Can I just say, look how heavy duty these are. This is some serious business. It comes with a tray, lots of little seed starters, and also something perfect to not only keep the humidity in, but also the pests out. These are some heavy duty reusable seed starters. I mean, forget this old plastic stuff. This is a game changer. This set came with everything you need to get your seeds started. We have 8 seed trays. You have the ability to make up to 64 wonderful new seedlings. Each of these comes with a humidity dome, so you could keep this separate. You could just do 8 at a time, or 64. And then also included in this package is another dome cover, which is really great. This is a little ventilation that fits right on top of here, with or without the extra little mini domes. And the topping on the cake, a grow light. So if you want to get your seeds started indoors without weather being an issue, you can do it. One of the great things about the grow light is it has all of these different settings exactly for the type of plant that you are planning on growing. What I love about Vego Garden is they have so many products, no matter what type of plants you are growing or what type of planting you want to do, whether it is growing your own food, whether it's indoor gardening, whether it is houseplants, they have everything you need. What is really cool about these grow lights is they have this little magnetic feature. You can attach this to any surface shelf that you want, just like that. They're designed especially for the indoor Vego Garden growing stations, but you could put this anywhere. Now, are you ready to see how powerful this grow light is? Be prepared, because, oh my God. That's pretty serious. You can adjust what type of light you want, whether it's seeds, leafy greens, fruits, herbs, microgreens. It is pretty powerful. There is the sun out there, and here's that light. Wow. So now I just need to decide, what do I want to grow? I want to do a combo of flowers and edible foods. You want to try that? So filling these seed starters is pretty straightforward. I'm just going to, we're gonna put the soil in, compact it down pretty well, because there is, I don't know if you noticed, there are pretty large drainage holes on these, which is awesome. It's great, but it does mean you'll kind of want to make your soil more compact so that once your seeds start and get going, it'll be easy to pull them out as a whole and you don't lose too much soil through the bottom. These are the smaller seed starter cells. They do have larger ones for larger plants or for when you're transplanting them to an even larger seed cell. And I'm just using a really nice organic raised bed soil because these are going into my raised beds. This has some added organic fertilizer in it, like there's some chicken manure in this one, so I know it's going to be really good, healthy soil. So the center, that's not one of the cells, so we're gonna empty out the centers. I'm not sure that I'm going to do all 64 to start with. I might actually just start with these. And what's nice is now that I've kind of compacted down that soil, you'll notice there's drainage. It's not losing the soil out of that. It's staying in there. I'm just gonna set these aside, and this tray actually makes it so easy to clean up. So let's start with our 4. I'm gonna just keep each one an individual different plant. So maybe I will use all 64 cells for now, but we've got some sugar snap peas, always a favorite in my house. One thing that I have learned in my experienced gardening is that yes, you could go and you could buy little pre-grown seedling trays at somewhere like Home Depot or a nursery, but I have actually found they're like really expensive compared to seeds. I mean, like I got a huge amount of seeds for less than $4. You know, they're about $6 for a tray of 6. And I actually think that these are more likely to grow well here because they're in the soil that I'm gonna be using in my raised bed. They're just more likely to work. All right, zucchinis is another perfect example. I have not found good zucchini plants lately, but once you have a zucchini that is happy, it usually gives off so much fruit. One thing I really like about zucchini is there's so many ways to cook it and my kids will eat it. Plus, there's something about when you have grown your own food, your kids are way more likely to eat it. All right, next up, let's do some flowers. Picked out by my daughter, Cosmos. I picked out some seeds that said can be started indoors. Now we're not in danger of frost here, but we're actually in danger of heat. We have the opposite problem. So this is one of the nice things about this system. You can be sure that no matter what your weather is, if it's too cold, or in our case, too hot, your seeds are going to be protected until the plant is big enough to be transplanted. Last up, spicy peppers. I think my daughter picked these out because she liked the name Big Jim. So we're gonna try those out. Again, it says start seeds indoors 8 to 10 weeks before last frost. Keep soil temperature warm, or in our case, medium temp. You know, I'm actually enjoying this. So I have a few more seeds I found in my collection. We got some zinnias, we got some bok choy, some pumpkins. You know what, let's just go for it. My seeds are planted. I went with the full 64. Now we're gonna go ahead and just water everything. And now the nice thing is with this drip tray, the water will drip through. It can do a little bit of underwatering, but nothing will stay too wet. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and use the whole big humidity dome. Oh, I gotta move some of my labels. Pop on the humidity dome. And now, keep it warm. The humidity will like make it really warm.
3 days later.
It's April 1st. Yes, April Fool's Day, but this is not a joke. So you can see we've got a lot of humidity in here. Let's check progress. Well, looks like definitely the cosmos have come up. Any other little sprouts? Nothing else yet.
2 weeks later.
Let's check in on our seedlings. You can see the humidity dome is doing its job even with the vents. So our seeds have lots of nice humidity and moisture, and I definitely see some progress. Wow, okay. Our cosmos were the first to sprout. We've got our black beauty squash in there. Our sugar snap peas have sprouted, and it looks like some sweet peas as well. Everything else is still a little bit quiet, so I will keep the humidity dome on there. But the nice thing about these is in order to then plant them, it should be pretty straightforward because I can use that large hole at the bottom to sort of push this soil out, and that shouldn't disturb the roots too much, and it should be really easy to pop them out and plant them wherever I decide to plant them in my garden.
3 days later.
It's a little bit cooler, so it is not as steamed up as it was, but we have a lot of seed action going on. Almost every single one of our cosmos germinated. Sugar snap peas, black beauty squash, the zucchini. There's definite movement. It's gonna be a little bit cooler tonight. So that is why I am taking the next step to make sure our seeds really get the best. I'm gonna put the lid back on and I will show you where I'm taking this. Okay, we've got our lid back on. Let's transport this. And one nice thing about this seed tray, look, there's little handles, easy to transport. Look at this. We're in my garage and I have the Vego light all set up and ready to go. Look at this. It's gonna be nice and cozy and warm in here, and the perfect amount of light because you can actually change the settings, so it's on the seed settings. But here is another super cool feature about this lid that comes with the set. I don't know if you can see the shape of this lid. And then we have a cool holder. This is stuck on with a really strong adhesive. We can remove it if we need to, but it's like magnetic. So this is super cool. It just goes on and off like that. But check this out. This tray is designed for this light. So I could just leave it like that. And these plants are getting a little tall, so I'm not sure I'm going to use that. But, you know, for some of these, this is the perfect setup for getting your seeds ready to go, no matter the season. So we'll pop that back up here for now. How cool is that?
4 to 6 days later.
All right, we have an update on my seeds that are in my Vego seed starter. I moved them indoors and we've had so much growth. It's crazy. This is with the Vego grow light, and what I love about it is it's like automatically set. I didn't even realize it, but it does have a timer, so it turns on and off, exactly giving these plants the light they need. But I think they're ready to go back outside. Our weather has gotten much warmer. I've had a huge number of seeds that have popped up. We've got our pumpkins, tomatillos, sweet peas. There's a tomatillo, sweet peas. Nothing from the sunflowers. I have a feeling they may be a dud batch of seeds. Nothing from the zinnias, but we have all our cosmos, every single one sprouted. Sugar snap peas, our big Jim peppers, our black beauty zucchini squash. I'm so excited to get these in the garden.
Eventually.
It has been about 20 days since we sowed our seeds with our Vego seed starter tray kit. It has spent some time outside, some time inside with the grow light, and not everything is ready, but a lot of growth has happened. And so we've got, I think some of these black beauty zucchini squash are totally ready to go into my raised bed, the cosmos as well. And in here are our peppers. I'm gonna let those germinate a little longer. Our sugar snap peas, those look like they could definitely go into the soil. Some things like our pumpkins, I'm gonna let them go a little longer. So I'm gonna take this singular tray of my squash. Look at that, the roots are coming through. They got some nice bottom watering and top watering. They totally outgrew the lids. I'm also gonna take our sugar snaps. Let's plant these up. So with my zucchini squash that are ready to go, I'm just simply going to push my finger through the bottom, and look at that. It just pops right out. Completely reusable. Like, these are so solid. And I'm gonna set this aside. So I'm gonna plant this here in my raised bed along with some of the other things that we got going on. But I feel like right here, right in this really sunny spot, this is the perfect spot for my zucchini. Just gonna put a hole there and leave it like this. Plant it in. Look at that. And the beauty of these trays is, even though I'm taking some of these out that are more ready than others, just again, pop a finger through the bottom there. That just slides right out. Really nice. Nothing going to waste, completely reusable. And I can put these back in my seed tray because these ones aren't really ready to get planted yet. All right, same with our sugar snaps. I'm just gonna boop my thumb, and comes out like this, and it's not gonna stress out the roots. They're not like overly root bound the way sometimes they are when you buy them. And I've got another tray ready to go. I'm gonna just plant that right in here. Got our timed dripper is there right next to it. So as you can see, these Vego seed starting tray and grow light system is pretty incredible. I'm really happy with how it worked out for me. As you can see, All my plants are thriving now. They're so reusable and the light is amazing. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them into the comments below. I also have a link to all these products, and I can also share with you guys a special discount code. Don't forget, you can also find me on Instagram and TikTok. I'll especially be giving you updates on how my garden is growing. And of course, don't forget to subscribe.